Here's what I want you to understand about getting your dream physique, getting an aesthetic physique, and achieving your goal. Most often, it's simple, but not easy. What I mean by that is it's very simple to write out the plan, and the steps along the way are not ordinarily complicated. But it's very, very hard to perform. Performance, doing the hard work, is the most difficult part of the entire thing. A lot of people, especially in the fitness space, enjoy overcomplicating things because the way to achieve exactly what you want is often boring, repetitive, routine, and takes patience. What people enjoy doing is making content, and because it's like too boring to show exactly how an aesthetic physique is actually achieved, they don't try to complicate it by like finding the optimal exercise for XYZ muscle group, and you're gonna drag the bench over here and grab the cable weird and sit on the machine weird, and then you're gonna do this weird movement, and all those other traditional exercises don't work. They're not optimal. But this one is. This one will get you the best results, or fucking whatever. Similar thing with exercise split. Similar thing with diet. It's unnecessary complication. It's harder to make content based on the boring reality of achieving what you want because, it's not as entertaining. It doesn't have that scientific edge that makes you feel good watching it. It doesn't make you feel like you've learned a new cheat or hack to get exactly what you want. It's realistic. It's the disappointing truth that, okay, this is going to take a lot of hard fucking work. Oh, okay, I just performed the exact same routine over a very long period of time and I'm going to get what I want. Well, that's boring, There's only so many videos I can make off of that. But it's dangerous to complicate your routine. It's dangerous to complicate the plan that you're set out to perform towards your goal. The reason is the goal is hard to achieve when the plan is easy. It's extremely difficult to achieve when the plan is easy. Complicating it is going to make it even harder to achieve because it's harder to perform individual stuff because you're trying to do optimal stuff. So there's more setup involved. The plan is longer and you're less motivated to perform it, right? So that leads to less consistency. So that leads to less showing up. So that leads to falling off, plateaus, stuff like that. Whereas the suboptimal, simple routine, you could perform forever, get gradually increasing exponential returns until you achieve your goal, right? Until you achieve the perfect physique. Just like doing a push-pull leg routine. No, push-pull legs it's not ideal, it's not optimal. There's a better split. For most people, push-pull legs is fine. If you did push-pull legs until the heat death of the universe, you're not going to run into any real issues. Now, of course, I follow a different routine. I do shoulders and arms, back and chest and core, and then I do legs on the third day. But it's kind of the same sort of deal. And I'm all for trying new things and experimenting and changing things up and sort of making stuff complicated. The issue comes when beginners or those eager to learn start seeing all of these experienced lifters that are we're kind of nerdy about it, right? We love getting in the weeds or the reeds, whatever the saying is, and learning all the intricacies and trying to optimize, right? We're kind of nerdy about it. We're like, okay, well, this, doing these specific exercises is going to neglect this muscle group. It's not proportional now, so we have to fix it. So, okay, maybe this routine is now better. But the issue comes when we stop thinking that the simple routine can get the job done. That's the problem. What's even worse is when someone that is in the gym is frustrated, they're at a plateau, or they're inconsistent. So they believe, I just need to complicate it now. I need to take my routine and I need to learn the optimal way to grow my chest because my chest is not as big as I want. And then the expert fitness YouTuber is going to go, oh yes, well, this is the best way to grow your chest. You have to do these set exercises consistently, and then your chest will grow, and these are not talked about quite as often, so you're gonna have to change up your routine to work around this so that you can grow your chest finally. What that fitness influencer should have done, if they met that kid in person, they would have said, oh, you just need to work harder. Like, you just need to be patient with yourself, get under the fucking bench, add a little bit more weight, and get out of your comfort zone and progressive overload, and just push yourself harder. Do the hard work. Be consistent and stay patient. This is, I think, with most goals in life, not to get outside the aesthetic physique niche. Most things in life are quite easy to plan out. They're made up of steps that are effective, the base foundational steps, the base foundational plan that is effective, and you just need to perform that plan consistently over an extremely long period of time, and you will achieve exactly what you want, anything you want. When we get impatient and frustrated, we start to believe that we need to overcomplicate the routine. That this just isn't working. It's just not working. So it must be wrong. When in reality, we should just stick to the simple plan and perform it for a long period of time. Perhaps push harder into that simple plan, add more weight, do more repetitions. And that's a figure of speech, of course, for other things in life. Go harder into the social media platform, go harder into your business, your simplistic business plan, as opposed to complicating things unnecessarily. We have a limited amount of mental capacity, generally, and we have a limited amount of time too. Sometimes the plan does need changing. Sometimes you go for a while and you realize, okay, this thing I'm doing isn't quite working. We got to reorder some stuff. We have to maybe learn a new thing. I should pick up, I should do some more research into how to do this. I should learn a new thing. I should try a new protocol, right? Especially for breaking plateaus and stuff. Sometimes it is necessary to learn something new. But most oftentimes, it's simple, but it's not easy. You have to make sure that you're just not frustrated at the hard work as opposed to frustrated at the plan. Does that make sense? For most people wanting an aesthetic physique, I would say write out a simple plan and write out a simple diet plan. Write out a simple routine and a diet plan, and then commit to following that. And focus on what you can consistently follow, even though it doesn't seem optimal or extremely effective. If you have a simple exercise routine that's just 20 minutes a day, it's not intense at all. Hell, if it's just 10 push-ups, nothing, oh, that's not gonna help you, that's not gonna grow your chest, that's not going to get you stronger. Well, at least you're following it, right? That is preferable over something that is optimal, but you never follow. So that's the lesson for today. Do the hard work. Don't try and overcomplicate things. It's often a lot simpler than you think. And well, I'm a bodybuilding nerd too. I love different exercises. I love to see what exercises are better than others. I love that too. Let's not forget that foundational simplicity is all that it really takes over the long run to achieve your goal. And let's not forget that when you overcomplicate things or try to get make it how would you say, more intelligent, the more intelligent plan, the more intelligent approach, the high IQ approach to the goal you're trying to achieve, to the aesthetic body, and you write out this really complex routine and this really complex diet, oftentimes there's a danger that you just won't follow it. And I'm all for experimenting on ourselves, and I think it's good when we change things up and try things out. But often it's the simple retard plan, just you lean into fully, that takes you the farthest, honest to God. Push pull legs, the dumb simple routine. just got me the most gains, like by far. And now I just do it because now I do a different routine, because it's like, okay, now I have different areas of my body that I want to get stronger. I'm a bit more experienced. I kind of know what I'm doing now, and so I can try a few more things. I can try some different things, and it's good. But like the dumb retard plan, the simple thing that you can follow will take you so much farther. If you got any value from this video, there's something you can do which is a win-win for both of us, which is to scroll down and click the subscribe button. I win because I get a new subscriber. You win because anytime I have a new insight, try something new, learn something new, then I can make a video and directly give you value. So go do that right now. Top link in the description is my full program. Yeah, have an amazing day.